All right, what's up, everybody? I've been invested into a masternoding program called Yield Nodes since March of last year. Let me tell you that this is the single best investment I've ever been involved with. So far, I've gained around 10% on my investment every single month, which is really unheard of in the finance world. Most investments like index funds in the stock market, gold, even cryptos like Bitcoin or Ethereum will gain much less than that, usually more like 1 to 2% monthly on average. So this is definitely the way to go, and you should definitely get on board if you aren't already. Up until now, I've been reinvesting all of my monthly payouts, but I decided to try out Withdrawal for the first time. I was curious to see what the process would be like, how long it would take, and whether or not it would be difficult or complicated. I do plan on staying invested with yield nodes for probably a couple more years, but eventually I'll be taking some of the money out of the program. Obviously, I won't be leaving it in there forever. So how their withdrawal process works is this. Request withdrawal must be made between the 1st and the 15th of each month. This is convenient because it happens right after the payout from the previous month. That withdrawal will be sent to you the following month. If you request a Bitcoin withdrawal, it'll be sent to you on the 8th of the following month. If you request Sapphire Coin, it will be sent to you on the 4th instead. So I requested Bitcoin for my withdrawal, and just like they promised, it was sent to my Gemini Bitcoin wallet on February 8th. I then sold my Bitcoin and requested a USD transfer to my bank, and the money arrived in my bank account the very next day on the 9th. All in all, this was a really fast process, way quicker than I expected it to be. If you do need the process to be faster, you can always use their Sapphire Coin withdrawal. Like I mentioned earlier, these payments get sent out on the 4th instead of the 8th. Sapphire Coin is the Yield Nodes team cryptocurrency project. They ultimately intend for it to be used as a real-world currency with fast transaction speeds. I've transferred some myself already, and it is much faster than Bitcoin at the moment. You can use a crypto exchange called Heliobank Exchange to buy and sell Sapphire Coin. The price usually remains pretty stable, and it's also definitely much more stable than Bitcoin, so you don't have to worry about any big fluctuations while you're making your transaction. Also, the Sapphire Coin value has gone up more than double since the first time I heard about it early last year. So it wouldn't be a bad place to invest some of your money either. If it continues at the pace that it's going, it will likely increase in value over time, and you should be able to get some really big gains from it. Also, the team over at Yield Nodes gave all of the members a €25 credit on December 25th. And I thought that was a pretty nice little gift from them. It comes out to around $28. So, I mean, it's not a huge amount of money or anything, but it was definitely a nice gift for Christmas time. And it shows they do care enough about their members to even think about giving us a gift at all. So they've been talking about possibly adding a debit card to the program that you could process your withdrawals to, which would be nice. But honestly, the cryptocurrency withdrawal process was so quick and easy. I really don't even think it's necessary. As long as you're using a real bank account, Chase, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, you should be able to get your funds within a day or two. I know people have been having issues with the online bank accounts like Chime or Varo when it comes to doing these types of transactions. Maybe it's slower for those people, but you should still be able to get your money out in a reasonable amount of time. But yeah, debit card would be cool. It'd be a cool feature either way. If nothing else, it would just give us one more option to access our earnings. But let me add, even though the overall crypto market was down for the month of January, Yield Nodes was still able to pull off an 8% gain for the month. I believe it's good to be diversified in your investments, but if one investment is outperforming the others consistently month after month, I would think it's smart to put more capital over there for sure. That has been Yield Nodes for me. It's just been completely blowing everything else out of the water. I'm just waiting for a month where there isn't a profit, or maybe even just a small profit, 1 or 2%. So far, the lowest monthly payout I've gotten was 6.63%, and that was in November of 2021. So even on the worst yield nodes month, it still outpaces your typical index fund investment by almost 6 times. So this is a really great investment. If you're interested in joining, I'll put a link in the description where you can get started. It's a €600 minimum deposit for the program, which is about $685 US. So just be aware of that. Also, your initial deposit will be held for 6 months in the masternoding program, but you're free to withdraw your monthly payouts as soon as you get them. After the 6-month holding period is over, you can withdraw any of your funds anytime after that. But honestly, the investment is so good, I would recommend you just leave it in there and reinvest your monthly payouts also. It's just that good. And if you're curious about where the money is coming from, I've done a video about that already, and you can check that out. I'll put it in the top bar. The short version is it's a combination of masternoding cryptocurrency exchange transactions, cryptocurrency network transaction fees, and a few other things. So go ahead and head over to that video to hear all about it. Also, if you want to hear a breakdown of all the monthly payouts I've had so far and a little bit about the live in-person audit the YieldNodes team did over in Malta, you can check out my second video, and that's where I went into detail about those things, and I'll put that one up in the top bar here as well. So that's about all for today. Pretty short video. I just wanted to give you guys an update about the YieldNodes program, let you know that they are paying out their withdrawals and in a very reasonable time frame, and they are also super quick and easy to do. I've made 2 deposits into the program so far. I'm planning on doing another big deposit probably in April. Of course, we all want to make as much money as possible, but it's good to remember to always invest a responsible amount. You really shouldn't go over 10% of your overall capital at any time. I don't foresee anything bad happening here since the team is so open and they seem very trustworthy, especially after the live audit. I have very little doubts about them at this point. So I'm in this for the long haul, and I'll continue to recommend them to others looking for a good place to invest their money. This actually reminds me a little bit of Bitcoin and the cryptocurrencies in the beginning of that cycle. This is the new it thing that will most likely become really big in the future. The people who get in early will be at a huge advantage over everyone else, and I'm really excited to see where this goes. I also support their vision of a decentralized economy, or DeCeNAMI as they're calling it. I think it's a great idea and should bring about some much needed changes to the world and how things are done. So remember to invest responsibly, trade responsibly, and I'll see you guys later.